guys, I'm Jim and welcome back to another video. This isn't really like a gameplay video, it's because you'll just be able to see I am recording in the background, is because today we are talking about TU16 for the Xbox and I think it's PS3, I don't know, I play Xbox, but I think that I'll say there'll be a thing on screen saying which one it is, which PlayStation console has the same as Xbox 360. For the Xbox 360, some things that I think, and I do have proof because I've been looking on the I've been looking this up and I've been looking on the forums of Minecraft PC to see what they've added in previous updates and what should be added. So stuff like, right, just go back. Open that again. So stuff like horses, some cool redstone stuff like hoppers, a new boss, and another mob, another 4 mobs, and a book and quill, stuff like that. Let's start, and I'm going to start with the some of the new mobs. So I've been looking at the forums, and some of the witches are thought to have come out in the last update, but they didn't. They're coming out in this update. Well, they might be coming out in this update. Don't quote me for any of this stuff, because this is just what I think might come out. So I was looking on the PC forums, and I was like, oh yeah, that came out ages ago, and stuff has already come out like that. Stuff already come out and stuff like that. I've just been looking at forums and stuff. This is what I think's going to out. Witches, I think, will come out, which basically throw potions at you, and they drink potions to stop themselves, and they just like another hostile mobs. And then with them witch huts, they're pretty cool. I think have like a cauldron and stuff. Then another new mob I think is going to come out is bats, and they're just basically absolutely pointless stuff. They're just literally all they do is hang upside down on the ceiling when you go far away from them. I don't know, and they might drop XP. I don't know. They literally just spawn in the dark. That's literally all they do. I hope they add some like new thing for them, because bats are really pointless. No, so that's basically all the mobs that aren't included in what I'm gonna go on to now. So they've got added a new boss mob, and if you are clever enough, you know there's only 2 boss mobs on Minecraft PC and at the moment, and that is the Ender Dragon and the Wither. So what I was thinking, well, they added the Wither skeleton head a while ago, so people thought there was going to be withers out in TU14, but they didn't. And according to the forums, and the withers actually came up quite a while ago. So along with like some of the redstone stuff, like trap chests, not trap chests, trap chests that we've already got. So stuff like that. That's how I know this stuff. So if they add the wither, they're gonna have to add the wither skeletons and the wisdom potion effect. So what the wither skeletons do, you kill them, and they've got a 1 in 40 chance of getting their head. And once you've obtained their head, once you've obtained their head, they have a 1 in 40 chance of getting it, and they have stone swords. But when they hit you, they they inflict wither, which is like poison. But I'll go into that in a minute. And then they basically just have like they're basically just a bit taller, and they spawn in nether fortresses. Which is pretty cool. They're quite hard to kill, and they normally spawn in groups. They drop coal bones and a rare drop of their heads, which is a 1 in 40 chance. And when you're hit by one of them, you'll get wither, which is which the wither actually gives you if you get hit by one of the wither's skulls. But wither potion effect, basically, when you hit it, it's like poison, but you can't see how much health you're on. And that poison can kill you, and it's kind of like a bit annoying. But well, the way you craft a wither is you get a T shape of soul sand, put 3 wither skeleton heads on top of it, which is a lot of work to get the wither, so it's pretty hard to do. I'd say it is probably just as hard as the Ender Dragon, because I've killed the Ender Dragon it took me about 6 hours to do it. And I think this would take a lot more than 6 hours. Basically, you have to go to the nether and everything. It's really annoying. So you have to put it in a T-shaped position, then the wither will spawn, and basically you have to keep on killing. You have to, they fire 3 of their heads off at once, aiming at you or any other entities like mobs or whatever you call them, and that will affect them with a wither, which basically is like a poison that can kill them, as I've already mentioned. So yeah, very good. Once you do that, drop is a Nether Star, and what you can do with a Nether Star is literally only one thing apart. You could 2 things. You could make a little trophy of it. You could just put it in like an item frame, or you could make it and craft a beacon. And what beacons do is when you stand near them, they'll give you a potion effect, but you have to build a little pyramid out of either iron, diamond, gold, or emerald blocks to get power to it. Then you add either diamond, iron, or emerald. I think it's either diamond. I don't know, but you have to add one of them in, and then you get and the bigger you build the pyramid, the further you get the potion effect from, and the better it is. So you can get like regeneration like 2 and stuff from them. If you're close by to them. Yeah, that's also pretty cool. So if you're liking this video that I've made so far, leave a like and stuff like that. Leave a comment. I'm still not finished. People thought Book and Quill were gonna come out in T14, and people oh my god, and people doing like T14 predictions. Thought the Book and Quill come out, but that might come out, and yeah, that's pretty cool. What you can do, on PC you get 50 pages. You can write like anything in them. It's pretty cool, but yeah, and that's what come out in T15. Other stuff is horses. Horses. Quite a lot of people also thought they would come out in T14. I thought they might come out. And basically people can actually get them in by glitching them in. I don't have a clue how they do that, but yeah, that was like with this sideways wood. So they obviously have a texture for it, which is I think they would come out. So yeah, and then I'll go into what they do. Right, now so if horses came out, there's 3 types of horses: donkeys, mules, and just normal horses. They have lots of different textures on them. They're really cool. I've just moved my mic away from my face, which isn't really good, so now no one will be able to hear me. So they'd have to have donkeys basically, you can put chests on them, store your inventory in them. That's really cool. And with horses, they're basically used as transport, and they have their own health. But also on horses, you can put armor on them. So that's just like iron, gold, and diamond horse armor on them. That's really cool. And if you want to tame any of them, you have to sit on it, and then it will throw you off, and you have to do that a lot of times. And until it shows love hearts, then you can put a saddle on them and you can ride them anywhere. And and if you want to heal them up, I think you can just use wheat, or you can use hay bales. So they might have to add hay bales at the same time as well. Also what they do, they would have to have another item, which is the spawn egg for horses. So you would be able to spawn them in anyway. They're usually quite commonly found on PC, but still you'd have to spawn. They have the spawn egg. Yeah, basically that. So I just wanna check something here. Plenty of time to go through the last things. So also here's some redstone stuff. This might not be added, but it was added at similar times. As like other stuff like the quartz from the last update and stuff like that. So basically redstone comparators, they're quite complex. They can see if a thing's, how do I explain this? Like if you're on PC, they could test if if a command block's working, but command blocks aren't going to be added because they're too complex. But if you say you could test if there's some if there's like, I don't know, if an item frame is like tilted around a certain way, and stuff like that, and you can make like command block blocks of them and stuff like that. It's really cool. And next thing I think they might add is hoppers, is because these are just like the last update when they added like all the quartz is the same update on PC when they added loads of redstone stuff like the hopper, dropper, activator rail, TNT minecart, weighted pressure plates, and daylight sensors. So what the hopper does, it collects items and you can put them into chests and dispensers and stuff like that, so you can make auto mob farms and stuff like that. I saw someone on PC who used a wither to make an auto cobblestone thing, so the wither would shoot like at a sheep and it would hit cobblestone, it would put it into a hopper and then it would go down and you'd have like a cobblestone factory, which is pretty cool. I don't know why I'd want to have loads of cobblestone, but then there's so the hopper moves stuff into chests and containers and move items and stuff like that. Then a dropper is like, it's basically a dispenser, but instead of like shooting arrows and potions, it just drops them, which is pretty cool. My mic's just falling apart. And then there's the activator rail, which activates TNT minecarts, and in the latest version of Minecraft, actually if you're in a minecart, it will drop you like it will take you off it. So make like rail stations. I don't know if the drop you off things gonna actually be added, just if activate rails are added, just because yeah, that's in the 1.8 snapshot and that isn't even released yet, but I've got the snapshot because I'm amazing. I did a video how to get that. Then there's TNT minecarts from the activator rail. If you put an activator rail over if you put a TNT minecart over an activator rail, it will activate it, and basically they're like TNT with minecarts, and you can also place like hundreds of them on blocks to make like a nuclear explosion. It's really cool, and then they blast you miles away. It's really cool. You can see a lot of people making like things that like blast you miles in the sky with TNT minecarts. They're really cool. And also you can also activate TNT minecarts by dropping them off like a cliff, or if they do a turn in a minecart track and there's a wall in the way, they'll just explode. So they're a lot bigger than normal TNT. Like, I don't know how big they are. They're about the size of a supercharged creeper. Anyway, weighted pressure plates. I think, well, basically you have to put a certain amount of items on them to get them to work. So if you just put like a load of like dirt on it, it will activate instead of just putting like any item on it. And yeah, that's basically how they work. So if you put like a stack of dirt on it, it'll do like one redstone signal. Also daylight sensors. You can make like village daylight sensors and outputs anyway. They're kind of complex, but yeah. So once you've done that, even easier. So when it's night, the daylight sensor has no power, but when it's day, daylight sensor has power and you put like a little street lamp like that. It's really cool. So yeah, that's basically all I've got to say here. Hopefully some of these features are added. I'm pretty sure that, like horses and the river and stuff, and which is about to make it through to 16. Not so sure about the redstone they're a bit less likely to, but they might get through. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you have. I've got 15 seconds remaining now, so I've got 10 seconds. Anyway, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope most of you come out